The Charlie Rymer Golf Show, starring Charlie Rymer. Hey, okay, let's pick up the tempo.
Charlie Rymer here, and welcome to my new show, where we do things my way. As a former golf pro and media personality, I know golf. But this isn't going to be your grandfather's golf show. I'm bringing you conversations with celebs and golf greats, getting off the course and out on the water, and even getting into some good eats. This is the Charlie Rymer Golf Show. Keep it in the fairway, folks. I'm at the Barefoot Resort, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We're playing the Davis Love course today, and you're gonna love my guest. Five-time Pro Bowler for the Green Bay Packers, my pal, Sterling Sharpe. I'm Charlie Rymer, and this is Ridin' with Rymer. Sterling Sharpe, that's enough practice. Come get in this cart. We're gonna get out on the golf course.
As you can see, I was practicing the short ones because I'm gonna hit it close all day.
You don't need no stinking practice. Come on, buddy, let's get after it. Make yourself comfortable. There's a quote from you going way back, says, I will never play golf.
I'm never gonna play.
How many rounds a year you playing now?
I'm well over 200.
Yeah, so never say never.
Yeah, never.
Right?
But I mean, the thing is, it's easy to say when you've never experienced it. When you've never gone out and go, okay, and you hold that 100-yard shot.
You know, a lot of people would look at your upbringing and think it was disadvantaged or there were some issues. There weren't any issues when, you know, folks like you and Shannon are coming out of a household like that. You were raised by the right people at the right time.
We got exactly what we needed. Not wanted, what we needed.
Yeah.
When we needed it. And I was having a conversation with some friends of mine about eating squirrel, and they were like, I would never eat a squirrel. I would never eat that. And I said, yeah, that's easy to say right now. You can say that right now.
You're hungry.
I said, you know what? I don't want to, but I do know I've already had that experience, and it wasn't that bad.
I've eaten a little squirrel, too. Brown gravy and dumplings. It ain't so bad. A little salt and pepper.
It wasn't that bad.
The thing that interests me in sports isn't the stuff that everybody's talking about, which are stats.
Yes.
The thing that interests me more than anything are the things that you can't see and you can't measure. The heart, dealing with emotion, how people carry themselves, what they look like in their eyes. Those are the things, like, to me, if people want to know stats, they can look up stats on a computer. When I hear you breaking something down, I want you to tell me what it feels like to be in that situation, failing or succeeding.
Don't make it complicated. Don't make it hard. Don't try and figure out how. The worst thing that I see with guys is I want you to know everything I'm doing to get ready for the season. I'm running 16 miles a day. Here I am working out. Here I am. And I'm like, you know what? That's what Jerry Rice needs to do to be Jerry Rice. I'm not Jerry Rice.
My favorite part of the day, I get to watch you hit drivers.
A lot of trouble out there.
No, that trouble ain't gonna get you.
It's all I see.
All right, Sterling, let's see that driver.
It's about 240 now, so
yeah,
which is good for me because usually at 240 it's in play.
At 240, your ball is still going up.
Oh, it's up in the air, but we aim it down the soft side, and we just try and hit it as best we can. And that is as best
you still got
as we can.
Sterling Sharpe, ladies and gentlemen, he'll be here all week.
All week.
When they retired your number 2 jersey in Columbia, you were the second player that ever had a jersey retired while you were still playing.
Yeah, we had a bowl game left.
Tell me about how special that moment had to be.
Was not special at all because I had no idea what the magnitude of it was. That was the thing about athletics, is a lot of people want you to enjoy your success right now. And I was one, Charlie, and my grandmother and grandfather did a great job of raising us, and we used a lot of words and phrases. I never tried to sacrifice what I wanted for what I want right now.
Do you do much mentoring, talking to young people, or specifically people that have, dealt with injuries that have gotten them off track and trying to help shape them and give them a little better understanding of some of the things we're talking about today?
Mentoring is all about you have to want what I'm giving. I think when you start mentoring or talk about mentoring people, that person has to be receptive to what you're giving, because it may be as simple as, you know what, Charlie, keep doing what you're doing. Don't do any more, don't do any less. I try and get guys to go, maybe you are not supposed to play 7 years. Maybe you're not supposed to play 20 years. Maybe you're not supposed to play 2 years. But make sure when you leave the game, you don't leave with my regret, or you don't leave with my expectation.
I want to get in the mind of Sterling Sharpe right here. You've smoked it right down the middle of this fairway. You got like 240 second shot to this par 5, and yet I see you like laying up.
Well, first of all, the fine people let me come out and play for free. So I'm gonna enjoy however many golf shots, because if I hit it on the green in 2-putt or 1-putt, you go, wow, that was a good hole. But I like hitting the golf ball. So more often than not, I will just lay something up just because I want to, you know, can I see if I can hit it straight, or, you know, can I keep it out of that left bunker? So I just do those things because I'm like, that's a win for me. I just won.
So you're telling me you'd rather shoot 80 than 70 because you get to hit more shots and that's more fun?
So I enjoy playing. You know, a lot of guys are going to get up here, oh, I'm downwind, and I'm going to grab my 3-wood, and I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to hit it and hit it way right, and I'm going to make 7 or 8 or 10, and now their entire round is ruined, where I'm like, going for it today really doesn't help me or hurt me, because I know I can get there. I don't have to prove it to myself.
Well, you showed us that you can hit a shot while you're talking. Why don't you get in the cart while you're talking?
I can't do that. I can't do those two things.
Me and you gonna suck all the oxygen out of this cart.
Oh, this should be interesting.
It's got some left in it. Get it! You did everything but hit it, Sterling.
Well, the greens were a little slower than I imagined.
Blame it on something else.
Of course, hey, it's never gonna be me. I mean, that'll ruin my attitude. So, you know, just hit 5 shots, and my confidence and my joy is still intact. I won.
How long was it after having that injury that you knew that, or the realization that this NFL is over for me?
I knew before I had the surgery. I had 2 specialists tell me that I could get my neck fixed and it would be stronger than anyone else's in the NFL, but we don't know what the end game is gonna be. I hopped off the table. I was like, Doc, I appreciate it. I ain't playing any more football, because I only wanted to play, Charlie. That's all I wanted to do. And you know what? My journey was 7 years. My journey was 1 year of B team, 4 years of high school, be in college 5 years, play 7 years in the NFL, and that was my NFL journey. I did what I wanted to do. I didn't have 18 things I wanted to do. I had one. I wanted to play in the NFL. That was it. And I got a chance to do that, which was really cool.
Inspirational, Sterling. Sterling, as always, has been a lot of fun hanging out. The love course has been great today here at Barefoot. Always like getting out on the golf course with you.
It's always a pleasure to be out with you, my friend.
What a great putt to finish the day, Sterling.
It's not in the hole just yet.
I think you can handle that one.
Is this a $2 million one again?
You need to mark that and line it up.
Is this a $2 million?
Get everybody to be quiet. Or you could just do that. Appreciate it, brother. I get a hug.
Oh, God. You know how we go back.
You are the best.
We go back.
Well, next time we get out and play a little golf, I'm going to play some with you, too.
I'd like that very much.
You got it. And thank you so much for being on the show. I feel a little less stressed hanging out with you. Hi, and welcome into the Charlie Rymer Golf Show. I'm your friendly host, Charlie Rymer. It's my show, so I get to talk about what I want to talk about to who I want to talk about. But today, I've got one of my favorites, a man I got a chance to meet and spend a little time with out in Lake Tahoe, Kevin Millar. Kevin, 10 plus years in the big leagues, 270 home runs. He was a member of the 2004 World Series champion Boston Red Sox. Now with MLB Network, he's co-host of their longest running show for over 10 years, Intentional Talk. Kevin, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Hey, this is big time stuff, Chaz. I love talking golf too, so it's nice to kind of get me a golf guy that, yeah, you can help me out.
Well, let's start right there. The most important question, how's your golf game right now?
And the most important answer, how do you get the ball in the hole? I mean, I could put you in good spots. If you want in my garage, I got 62 putters.
Yeah,
it's
you
like
do.
the Golfsmiths Academy, and you got different grips. So what's that scream? It screams struggle bunny. Golf game's okay. I don't know why, but I don't understand the putting aspect of it.
Well, nobody does, so don't feel like the Lone Ranger.
That's right.
I know you like playing the celebrity golf tournaments. How much fun is that for you, especially now that you're 50 years old?
It's everything you live for, honestly, God.
Well, I sure enjoy getting you guys out there. It's the only environment I'm going to make fun of you, and I can assure you it's always a lot of fun being an announcer on those events. I'll tell you what I love so much about baseball that doesn't happen in golf. It used to be in golf that the great players became the great teachers, and they mentored the players that came along. Not only with their golf swings, but the unwritten rules that don't seem to be around as much anymore. We don't have any time in golf where the legends get a chance to spend time with the rookies, and I love that you guys do that in baseball.
It's funny. Golf and golfers always had a label of not being very friendly because really you guys personally, back then, you didn't talk to anybody. You had your swing coach in the golf. You swing coach in golf. There's no like, boys club, I call it, joking around. Hey, sweet shirt, Charlie. Hey, nice fake teeth, Kevin. Hey. And that's what baseball has, is that clubhouse camaraderie. Now you've had Ricky Fowler stepped in. He's got the Puma flat bill, and you got Justin Thomas, who's got a personality, and you got guys kind of ragging on each other. It makes it fun. It makes it fun, and Tiger actually speaking to people. The funniest thing ever was when Rahm had those comments. He's like, I asked him, can you give me one tip? He said, just focus on the ball, and he walked away.
Hey, growing up, and you grew up in L.A., who was a baseball player that was your hero? My golf hero was Jack Nicklaus, but who was your hero in baseball?
Yeah. So I'll give you two. My uncle, Wayne Nordhagen, he played in 77 to about 83 with the White Sox. I was a, 11-year-old, 12-year-old, 13-year-old kid, but Uncle Wayne was in the big leagues. That's all I wanted to do. So he was my idol. I looked up to him. I was a Dodger fan now. So, Garvey, Lopes, Ron Say, Dusty Baker, Reggie Smith. Then it was more of a Pedro Guerrero. He gave me a wristband when I was in high school, and it was like this long. I wore it every day, and I tried to hit like him. He had like this waggle. But that's who I really loved. That was right in my sweet spot in high school, was Pedro Guerrero.
I love hearing the old baseball stories. And you made the switch this over 10 years ago now from being an athlete to being on television, having a show. Isn't it amazing how much training they do not give you when you make that switch? Isn't
that the truth? I always said, why don't they send us to school for 2 weeks? I didn't even know what a talkback button was. I didn't know how to put an earpiece in, let alone tie a tie. The bottom line is this. From day one, I said, I'm going to make mistakes. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I don't know a whole lot. I don't know how to say names. I'm going to be me. And then it became organic. It'd be like, oh, that's Millar. Oh, that's Charlie. So I'm still me. I still don't know a tie. I'm still not smart. I still don't know guys' names. I still get nervous.
I'm with you. Amen, brother. Keep being you. You're the best. I could spend 10 hours doing this. I know you're a busy man. You got to get out there and do all your ranching with the 3 cattle that you have, so you're a fake rancher, which I can relate to. But Kevin Millar, thank you for your time. Keep being you. Love you, buddy, and appreciate you taking time to come on the show.
Love you too, bro. You're awesome.
Thanks for joining us on the Charlie Rymer Golf Show. For my full interview with Kevin Millar, check that out over at playgolfmyrtlebeach.com. Today I'm cooking up a timeless meal, and this meal is inspired by the late Arnold Palmer. So we're doing a barbecue chicken, South Carolina style. I got some yummy broccoli with garlic and some wild rice that I'm gonna kick up a notch or two. The thing about Mr. Palmer is he was always true to his roots. Throughout his entire life, he always spent time in Latrobe. In fact, he owned the country club there. He kept an office there. And I think he really appreciated the basics. And that's what this meal is all about. This is a meal that I know Mr. Palmer would have appreciated. All right, so we're gonna start with the chicken. And the first thing I'm gonna do, this is a local South Carolina dry rub. And I'm gonna get after it with this dry rub. Gotta keep that chicken seasoned. This is bone-in chicken with skin on it. When I go on the grill with my chicken, we're gonna do this on a propane grill. I like having that skin on there. That keeps that chicken nice and moist. I know a lot of people look at this and go, you've over-seasoned it. This looks just about right. Let's see about getting this on that grill. All right, so let's get this chicken on the grill. I'm gonna go bone side down with that chicken. And I've got this grill set at, maybe not quite 300 degrees. You don't want to overcook it at all. A lot of people, they wonder how long you cook chicken. In my family, we cook chicken for somewhere between 3 and 4 cold beverages. So sticking to the basics with this meal for Mr. Palmer, we're gonna go with some wild rice. I'm just using some store-bought wild rice. We'll go in there with a little bit of the seasoning that came with it. You know what? I like using coarse ground black pepper. I don't know why, I've always been that way. I do like to kick it up a little bit with some red pepper. Come over to eat at my house, don't be surprised if you get some maybe a little more spicy than you might normally be used to. And I'm gonna take some garlic here with the broccoli and some butter, a little bit of salt and pepper, just sort of, you know, one of the basic things. And that really is a theme for this meal, doing the basic things really well. And I'm thinking about Mr. Palmer. The last time that I had a chance to see him was maybe about a month before he passed away. And it was actually up at Latrobe at the country club there that saw him one afternoon and spent a little time with him in the morning. And I was popping by to say goodbye, and he had fallen asleep at his desk, and they told me that's pretty common to him in his later years to take a nice little snooze there. The next day, we were actually doing a fundraiser for Arnold Palmer Children's Hospital in Orlando, an amazing fundraiser, and a group of folks came up from Orlando, and they'd asked me to stand by in case Mr. Palmer didn't feel like getting up and talking to the group and thanking everyone to be there. And I was really hoping that he would come up, but right before it was time, I got the thumbs down from his folks, and so I ended up going up and thanking everyone. And on my way out, he was sitting right there. He had this great booth at Latrobe Country Club right by the doors. You're leaving the dining room, and he called me over and thanked me very nicely for coming up and helping with the fundraiser, and that ended up being the last time I saw him. It was a tough loss, but you know what? He led an amazing life. He was an amazing man, and through a lot of his charitable work, he's really been able to help a lot of folks. And that legacy, I know, is going to continue through with his family and his business organization. We'll get this broccoli going. We're going to get this on the table here in a little bit. Maybe we'll think about Mr. Palmer. We're sitting down having a nice meal. Folks you want to be with. Nothing too fancy, really good, but something that just covers the basics. Love basting this, and a little bit lower temperature. late in the process, a little mustard base, South Carolina style sauce. I might just be the Picasso of the barbecue grill. Yeah, this is gonna be good right here now. We're getting close now. All right, I think we're ready to roll now. Love that golden mustard color. Man, doesn't that look good right there? Woo! I'm gonna finish that off. Just a little bit more of that sauce. Let that settle in right there. You gotta talk sweet to your barbecued chicken. Look at that right there. Well, there you have it. Some South Carolina low country style barbecued chicken, some kicked up wild rice, some broccoli with Irish butter and a little bit of garlic. I know Arnold Palmer would have liked this meal. And I also know our crew is gonna like it. Come on, guys, get you some. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, really. End of another great day here in Myrtle Beach. You know what that means? Yep, time to grab a sweet tea and unwind down by the water. Golf parallels life in so many ways. Often the lessons we learn in one translate to the other. Now, I really struggle with my patience, and when you get a little bit behind, it's very tempting to try and drive the green. But so many times, it's the safe play that pays off. Now, the older and the wiser I get, the more I appreciate solid pars. And I think you will too. Thanks for watching the Charlie Rymer Golf Show, and keep it in the fairway, folks. Golf parallels life in so many ways. Often the lessons we learn in one, I had this huge acorn just nail me right there. Clock me right there. Driver wedge, driver wedge, driver wedge.
Hey, look, I don't have to eat doing this. This is fun, so have fun with it. I mean, a lot of people want to be PGA Tour players and can't break wind. That ain't gonna work. So
I can do both.
You might as well have a good time at it. What a horrible lie.